out. This mic's Welcome in. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. A daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the Impact Power Sports Studio. You can shop there for a golf cart, maybe a Yamaha golf cart. They even do these customized golf carts. You can have these things built to reflect your personality. You can whatever, have a golf cart with your favorite team's logos all over it. They do it all at Impact Power Sports. Online at impactpowersportsmi.com. They're in Rockford, Michigan. So glad that they are part of this silly podcast. All right. Last night it was basketball night at Van Andel Arena. And this is the final week of the NBA G League season. And unfortunately, our beloved Grand Rapids Gold got knocked out of the playoffs last night. You can still go to games. They've got a game on Thursday and a game on Saturday that I'll be at. You can still get tickets for that. But in this game, they had a guy on the other team who I don't think I've ever seen a performance quite like this. And he started hitting three-pointers. And this guy, it doesn't even matter what his name is. We don't care. In the previous game, same team, he scored 2 points. He, stunk. He couldn't hit the side of a barn. This guy hit 12 three-pointers last night. 12! He ended up with 44 fucking points. Guy was totally on fire. And we're like, what the hell? So then there's still 7 or 8 minutes to go. And I look up the NBA G League record. And the record is 13. And he's got 12. By the way, in the actual NBA, the all-time record for that is 14 three-pointers. So this guy's got a chance to eclipse both of those marks. And there's a pause in the action. And my guy next to me, he is, I don't know what he does at the scorer's table. He gets up, and there's a timeout on the court. We're getting our ass kicked by 40 points. And my guy goes over to their coach. He actually walks over, and he says, hey, because they're taking the guy out. They're yanking him. Okay, you've done enough. It's time for you to rest. It's no, you can't take him out now, you assholes. So my statistician guy, he goes over there and he says to the coach, he goes, your guy's got 12 three-pointers, and the league record is 13. And he just tells him that, and the guy goes, thank you. But he never put him back in. It was an unbelievable performance. People were like, holy shit. It wasn't quite Steph Curry. Well, it was pretty close. Which, by the way, that video that we saw earlier yesterday of Steph Curry chucking up the court-length three-pointer, and it bends in. I guess he missed it. It looked like he got it in, though, didn't it? I mean, when we watched it. But I don't think he did. Check it out. This is that moment from a different angle. See, here it looks like it went in, but it didn't. He missed it. Came up short. Everybody there was convinced so that he got it, so it doesn't matter. All right. Anyway, that is, I think, if you've, when I was a kid, I would play basketball with my buddies, and now if I shot a foul shot, I don't know if I could actually get the ball to the basket. It's that ugly. It's that bad. I so don't have the strength. That is truly, I think, one of the hardest things you can do is develop that skill set of being able to drain a bucket from a long ways away. Nick is here. Always good to see Nick. Nick in beautiful, the great state of Texas. Hope you're doing well. Are you still dating the Russian? Didn't you tell me that you weren't dating the Russian anymore? I think I asked you this last time. One of the last times I saw you on Patreon. And the relationship with the Russian had just gone sour. Oh, you're back together again. You and the Russian. Nick met a nice lady who's, imported. And it wasn't like a mail order girlfriend or anything like that. He just met this Russian chick. And I love the accent of a Russian woman speaking English. It's exceptional. I would even consider marrying a Russian woman if she was less attractive. Like you got Pooh Bear, and let's say Pooh Bear takes a dirt nap, and I meet a Russian woman. I would lower my standards of appearance based on the accent. Yeah, I'm glad you're back together again. Good for you. You met on Tinder. Boy, I'm curious about that. So you meet her on Tinder. And then the first time that you realize that she's a Russian, or does she put in her profile, I speak with a Russian accent. I'm hot. Good grief. Outstanding. I've got some news about programming this week for the Eric Zane Show podcast. We aren't able to do the Big Fraud Who Are These Free Beers and Ben and Eric Patreon podcast this week because of scheduling conflicts. I am busy every day this week. And then we kind of got into the possibility of doing the show on Friday. But I know for a fact that Friday's going to come around and Pooh Bear is going to want to go do something fun. So I kind of shut it all down then. So we're not gonna let the weekend creep into it. Darla, no. So we're gonna kick it to next week. And the schedule gets lighter starting next week because I'm dropping a sport. Basketball is leaving us because the season is winding down. The multi-talented Megan is here. Hello to you. Stevie says, I dated a Russian guy when I was in college. I would ask his dad to say things like must kill moose and squirrel all the time. Hilarious. Nick says the significant other's name is Ekaterina, Ekaterina, Ekaterina. That sounds like a disease. Bob says the only accent that might be better is Irish. There are some people that when they speak with the English, when they speak English with an accent, that I want to barf. Typically, I don't like it when people from Pakistan or India or an Asian country speaks English. I want to punch them in the face. I can't stand it because I always have to. I'm not catching this. This is going right. This is making my brain turn into lava, and I can't stand it. It's nothing against those groups of people. It's just too fucked up for me. It goes back to when I used to go to Catholic church. This Pakistani import priest, Father Ayub, was horrible. Pooh Bear said, I don't even want to go back. I don't even want to go back there. And she came up with the nickname, instead of Father Ayub, she was calling him Father I Can't Understand Yub. And it was so bad. So bad. All right. So here we go on this edition of the show. Nick says the Russian sayings are hilarious. She always says, if grandmother had penis, she'd be grandfather. You know, that kind of sounds like my relatives who came to the U.S., in the 70s. My aunt, my beloved aunt. That is my dad's sister, Aunt Garcia. Her English is sketchy at best. She sounds like what you just described. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that she lived if that's just the way Armenians talk, or if it had to do with the fact that the Russian influence. I don't know, because Armenia was a Soviet country. Never forget visiting San Francisco and that moment when Diana actually was the first responder to a drowning victim, and her and the other guy on the beach brought this lady back to life somehow after, CPR and all that shit. Molly says, easy, were you from USA but are Armenian? Yes. So anyway, Pooh Bear and this guy, drowning victim, it's a lady, old lady, they pull her out of the surf and they go to work. And then I call 911. Long story short, Beach Patrol shows up. Like 10 minutes later, this woman would have been dead. They actually, Pooh Bear and this guy got a pulse on her. They didn't even have to use the defibrillator on her. And she survived. It was on the news. And I never forget, I visit with, then my aunt lives right there. The same day, telling that story to my family members. The woman was wading in the water. She was kind of like just standing in the water with the waves coming in on her, just wading in there. Told that story to my aunt, and, it's to several people. Yeah, and she was just wading in the water, like W-A-D-I-N-G. And my aunt goes, who's she wait for? Who's she wait for? Who would come? Who would see her? Who's she wait for? No, Mom, my cousin. Just explain it to her. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back with her, buddy. Today's a day where I'm actually hoping that there is strong ADHD influence on this show, because occasionally you'll get a day where, like, the news is all right, but I'm just a little bit concerned about what it's going to bring us for a show. I don't know who this guy is. I think he's an influencer. What you got here, this is a story that Chris D sent along. It's actually just a video. This guy is probably one of the most perfect physical frames you're ever going to see. And he has a routine that he went ahead and he showed his routine. He got a camera on him and edited all the clips together. He gets up at before 4 a.m. and starts his day, I guess. At least that's what the video shows. And it shows him doing all this shit. Like, by the time 8 o'clock has rolled around, this dude has already, like, swam a mile, pumped iron, went running, prayed, read the Bible, wrote it in his journal. And he's got, like, millions of people that follow him online. And so he posted that, and now people are kind of picking on the guy over it, and it's hysterical. I don't know anything about him. I don't know what his name is, but I'm going to show you this. All right, so this guy is just jacked. He starts out his day before 4 a.m. It looks like he's getting ready for the day. He's got his underwear on. He's looking really just a huge. He looks like a fucking Marvel superhero. He's got this tape over his mouth. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I think that's a trend that people do that so that it has to do with regulating their breathing in a more appropriate way. It's supposed to be better for you, as far as I can understand. And I might be wrong on this. So there you go. That's how he starts his day. Takes off the thing. And this is all kind of, pieced together from several hours in a 1.5-minute video. Brushing teeth. Pouring a glass of water. Rinsing his mouth. Push-ups. 4:38, he sits down, looks like he's meditating. So we're going to be serious about the Lord's business. Okay, he's getting the sermon. Now he's making an ice bath, and he puts his face in the ice bath. I was getting dressed. This dude is just jacked. Okay, now he's got his gear on, getting ready to go out. Okay, walking out of the apartment. Nice. Back. Now he's done with the workout. Now he's getting ready to jump in the pool. Out of the pool. Going into the hot tub. That's it. Okay, done with that. It's only 8:25. Now he's showering off. Okay. Now he's eating a banana, rubbing the banana peel on his face. I'm guessing that these are all things that are good for your skin and your body. I mean, if you're watching this and you want to look like that, I'm going to start by watching this video. I'm going to rub the banana peel on my face. I'm going to get up real early. I'm going to do some Bible stuff. I'm going to write in my journal. I'm going to stick my face in ice cold water. Okay, now he's dressed up now. And he's sticking his face back in the ice cold water. I guess that's a common thing he does several times.
So looking at it, bro.
And now he's doing a podcast.
We got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. Looks like my man is getting a fresh plate of breakfast made up by either assistant or lovely better half. Who knows?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, that's it. That is it. Thoughts on this? Maureen says, guess who else talked about this video earlier today? Freebird and Hot Wings. I heard it on my drive into work. I can't wait to hear it. I'm curious to hear how they approach this. All right. Rebecca says this routine is ridiculous. This has to be satire. Yeah, I don't know that it is. The ones that I'm going to show you now are. Because if you scroll down, people are making parodies of this guy. Like this guy gets up at 4 a.m., does some push-ups, sticks his face in the ice bath, I guess the dude is a fitness influencer. Okay. Got his food, running, more push-ups. Now, this is all like in 10 minutes time. Now he's
awesome. And would you like to purchase my course as well for $19.99 a month?
okay. So this is all ridiculous. Various things happening in short order. He's in a plane. He's back doing push-ups. He's on a soccer pitch. He's installing flooring. He's graduating. He's seen the film The Joker. He's making more food, doing more push-ups, walking around dressed as Batman. So, all right, I could watch this thing. I might as well see it. Sledding, doing more push-ups, all by 7 in the morning. Very random.
I just let you know.
Pulled over. Back square, ice skating. Now, the time is actually going backwards. All right, this is you got to see it. I'll link it up. I don't necessarily like talking about things at length that you have to be watching to see. So there you go. There's not much more to it other than people are having fun with it. I think that if you're influencer guy, whoever that dude is, anybody having fun with what you're doing is still good for business. That's all good. If they're doing their own satires of what you do, that's awesome. There was another link that Chris sent along about this exact thing, and there was it was a video of this guy saying, "Stop stealing my bit," but people were suggesting that he was like whining, but that's not the case. This is one of those posts that they had to add some context to it. There was no moment during this post after the video where this guy was complaining and that people were making fun of him. That video was posted on his Instagram account way back in February. It has nothing to do with the latest online chatter or rather mocking of his content style. Aston Hall is his name. I had never heard of him. Now I'm talking about him. Again, I've made this point a million times. If you do something on social media and no one knows about it and then suddenly people are talking about it, you have gamed the system. You have done your job. If you look as outstanding as that guy does, it is you absolutely have to make these videos. Now, to me, at the state that I'm in right now, that seems ridiculous to me. But there was also a point in time when I would do all these crazy exercise things. I mean, it was all my life. And that is so far removed from my brain right now that I can't even imagine how life was back then. But it was no big deal for me on a Friday to swim, bike, run, and then on a Saturday get up and swim for 2 straight hours in a pool, back and forth, laps, or I'd have a lake that I'd go to and just swim in open water for 2 hours, like miles. And then I would jump on the bike and pedal 110, and then I'd run 15 after that, all before like noon. And that was my life. And now I'm like, fuck, now I just want to cook some fucking hot dogs over the fire and then wash it down with s'mores. Let's see. Megan writes, I wondered and Googled, rubbing banana peels on your skin, particularly the inside of the peel, is a popular DIY skincare trend, with some claiming it can reduce wrinkles, brighten skin. Yeah, there you go. Chris wrote, do some Jesus shit. LOL. Did I say that while I was talking about this? Did I say do some Jesus shit? Because that sounds ridiculous. It wouldn't surprise me at all if I said that and now do not recall saying it. And how ridiculous is it to, when it comes to reading the Bible, refer to it as do some Jesus shit? You're right. That's ridiculous. Chris said that I said it when I was talking to Jim. Nick has a question about being the best at fitness. Did our pal Hot Wings do P90X when the rest of you guys did? No. Just Greg and I. I think Steve did it later. Dave says, I can see EZ making a video like this in the Mr. 10 days. Jeremy says, I should make my version of this video. 3 a.m. wake up, 4 a.m. get to work, 10 a.m. turn on EZ show, 4 p.m. still at work, 5:30 p.m. go to hotel, 5:32 p.m. try to find some food, 6:15 p.m. eat food. It's just not as exciting. Well, I don't think that guy's was exciting. It's just remarkable what that guy has to do to stay where he is. And if that's what makes him happy, that's what makes him happy. I, for one, think that people who get up that early, that there's something wrong with them. People that get up that early, and they just annoy me. Now, I did have to get up, well, not quite that early. I wouldn't even get up that early. But even that is a fucking drag. In my opinion, anything prior to 9 a.m., I'm probably going to be wanting a nap. I won't necessarily take it, but I'm definitely going to be wanting a nap. I will say this. If I got up an hour earlier, which I'm not going to, but if I did, it would make my life so much easier. And I would get so much more done if I didn't have to work out in the afternoon, like do my P90X shit or whatever the fuck I'm doing. If I did that, got up earlier and did that, but that seems sickening to me. You know? Nick says EZ's 4 a.m. video is him ripping the covers off after some sort of messy incident. Today was particularly silly because the radio show on Q100 starts at 6 with top-of-the-hour news. Sometimes it hits at 6:01, sometimes 6:02, but generally 6. It's 3 minutes long with the newscast and the accompanying commercials. When that ends, my show starts. Usually the alarm goes off at 5:50. That gives me enough time, about 13, 14 minutes, to get the dogs out, feed them, get my coffee, sit down here. Today, I hit snooze. The snooze goes off at 1 minute till news. So I had to sit down here, turn all this shit on. I'm still coming out of my sleep. And I'm talking on the radio to Northern Michigan. Talk about an opportunity for my brain to try to trick me into saying fuck you on the radio. Tyler says, I used to wake up at 4 a.m. to work out. That shit sucks. Now I work out in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm not doing it. There's no way. Man Bun Chris says, did you ever have any days at Z93 or anywhere when you were still drinking and had to show up early? Oh, yeah. In particular, Monday night football parties at Hooters in Bay City. You host the damn thing, and then you stay till halftime or whatever, and then you go home. You know, probably get home about 11 p.m., 10:30, 10, I don't know. But, yeah, I'd drink my ass off, drive from Bay City back to Midland, shit-faced, and then go to bed and get up and be at work Not fun. Not fun at all. All right. This show, the open and live stream on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to kick you out right now. You got to head over to Twitch if you want the rest of it. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You can also check out the audio podcast wherever you download shows. If you're having a hard time getting my show that you had been getting on Apple Podcasts, please deactivate the app, uninstall it, reinstall it, and it will work. That was a big point of contention in the Easy Tech Corner about a week or two ago. I had to solve that for some of these young do-nothing brainiacs who decided that I have to troubleshoot their tech problems. Annoying as hell. I still love you, though. There you go. So join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. I have a Patreon. My Patreon has new material up to it, added to it every single day. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Send me an email if you want to say hello the old-fashioned way on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Send it along. I love getting the correspondence. If you ever have a story that you see on your feed or your notifications that's interesting, you think I should talk about it, by all means, send it along. Eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox.